everybody, to a special edition of That Fantasy Show. I am your host, the friendly local neighborhood YouTuber Michael Amen, joined by...
I think that's Billy Butcherson, but it's Fred Krueger.
And who else we got with us? Miss Ella. Welcome to Week 8, That Fantasy Show in the NFL season. Special Halloween episode.
Special episode. We're shaking the cobwebs off. We had last week off. Spooky season's upon us. We're out there getting our murder on, and we're going to murder the fantasy football world today.
Okay, but you know how we normally do, so let's kick this episode off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Miss Ella, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Hallelujah.
Oh, special day in America, great American holiday. Everybody loves Halloween. What do you think of my costume, Brian? Better than last year?
I think you're going to win the trunk or treat.
Really?
Best costume over there.
Oh, I would love to win a costume contest.
We're going for the best car. Catch us at St. Anselm in Dearborn Heights, Michigan.
You know, I really honestly don't know any of Billy Butcherson's mannerisms, though. I better study up on that.
It's just a lot of empty coughing. Can't really make anything out.
Okay, I think I can handle that. And then you, classic Freddy Krueger. I love the look over there.
You know, easy to throw together.
Oh, yeah. Looks very good. Miss Ella, tell the people what you're doing for a costume.
I am Sarah Sanderson's daughter.
Oh, that means you're my daughter, too, huh?
Something happened, but Billy was resurrected.
Okay. What do you say, Brian? We get going on our regular
get to the
regular format here. Let's get into some rankings. Miss Ella, you're welcome to take a step away, and we'll bring you back down for Ella's Pick 6. Thank you, Miss Switch. I can't wait to see Ella's Pick 6. Her versus that coin. She's totally kicking some butt. We'll take a look at that
kicking
a little later.
Hey, I had the mask on last year. How's it feel?
I am dying. I will take this mask off in about 2 or 3 minutes. But for the effect, maybe I'll stand a little.
Yeah, look at that. Full ensemble. It's professional.
Yeah, I went all out this year.
Hey, we got the Billy tombstone in the yard. You just got to go pose by that.
We're going to go take photos. I'm sure I'm going to get plenty of photo ops later. But
we got the set decked out. We got the goat with the goats. We got a little foot up there. Pun intended.
Yeah, and we rolling. We had a good Halloween episode last year. We talked about our favorite movies, our favorite candies. Again, just a good time of the year, real exciting. If you can't have fun during this time of the year, you probably don't know how to have fun. So
trunk or treated to death.
Yeah, so I mean, who doesn't want to wear a costume? And then last year, I thought I had a better costume. Turns out I had got rid of it, so I wanted to go above and beyond this year. I got a pretty nice costume. So
I guess the old man, he went to the other side.
Yeah, the old man kicked the bucket there. So you know, and
he's with us in spirit.
And I feel like this is the perfect replacement. I fit right in with the family. So
yeah, I love the theme. We love Hocus Pocus.
Family group costume, absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's how our house is decorated too, mostly Hocus Pocus stuff.
Oh,
but
we got a little bit of everything.
Week 8 in the NFL, Brian. Anything got you excited this week?
I don't know. Spooky season has consumed me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on the NFL landscape. Fill me in.
So there's a lot going on. That Thursday night game, we had Minnesota not really look too well. Carson Wentz still filling in.
Caught some of that. It was looking rough.
And the Chargers, they got Joe Alt back on the offensive line, so that helped them be able to be more efficient on offense.
That was just like, I don't know, their magic piece because they were going off. But then you look at it, they got like 37 points, and you're feeling good if you got any Chargers, unless you got Quentin Johnston.
So I have Quentin Johnston.
Oh, no.
2 weeks in a row I started him. 1 week he didn't play at the last minute. I got 0 points. This week said he was going to play, so I trusted him. I started him. He got 0 points again.
We need like a fantasy graveyard, and we'll put him in there. You'll have a tombstone and everything. Quentin Johnston, week whatever, 0 points, RIP.
It's going to be tough to start him next week. Yeah. So, again, and we'll get into that when we take a look at some of these rankings. But it's a do or die season for a lot of the fantasy teams here. It's 7 weeks in. Most leagues are a 14-week season, so we've actually got halfway through the season. And you are who you are at this point. Your record is your record.
They are who we thought they were.
Your stats don't lie. So if you're 2-5, you're 2-5. You're a 2-5 team, whether you think you're better or not. In reality, you're 2-5. Uh, Most of those teams are still not out of it. Maybe the 1-6 is, depending on how the rest of the league shakes out. If you are 0-7, one of the stats I saw for fantasy teams participants, there are still about 5% of teams that don't have a win this year.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
I think RIP to your fantasy season at this
yeah,
point.
and unless you're in a dynasty league, because if you're in a dynasty league, 0 wins, that's not that bad. You're
Yeah,
going to be picking.
You
first
might have
next year,
deleted the
so.
app already. Let's be
But
honest.
the redraft leagues, this is where it's crucial. If you're in that mid pack there, you got to do stuff to separate to get towards the top. And yeah, we got some rankings set up. Hopefully, everybody gets good matchups this week. There's a lot of buys. You got to navigate through the bye
The
weeks.
buys, ooh, those are scary.
The injuries are still pretty much about the same we were dealing with last week. There's not really nothing new this week. Some of your quarterbacks may be questionable. Michael Penix still questionable. I believe there's another guy we'll get to when we get to the rankings. But again, you have to make good calculated moves from here on out if you want to be in the playoffs. You don't have to get to that number 1 seed. All you got to do is whatever your
Just got to
league has.
get in, backdoor it in, you're
Yep.
good.
In,
Anything can happen.
in the
I've seen
Closing
it.
with Steve league, the first year, 6 seed made it to the final, and I'm not sure what he was last year. But yeah,
It was the 6th seed last year.
yeah,
as well.
and he won
Back-to-back
last year,
years.
so,
the lowest seed has won in the Closing with Steve Dynasty Fantasy Football League.
You just got to get to the playoffs. So make
That's
sure
all-
you
that's all
just
matters.
get there, and then it's a whole new ball game there. I got to be honest, Brian. I'm about done with this mask. So
Not blaming you there.
I'm taking this off. I'm hot as heck. And if you want to
Yeah.
move right along, we'll look at some ranking. Oh, I got leaderboard. If you want to look at the leaderboard, we could spend a couple minutes
Leaderboard.
because there's going to be some shockers. Just like when we visited before. When you look at the leaderboard, who's this guy in the top 7?
Okay.
So we're going to have a couple. And then there's some usual suspects there. So, but in the meantime, I'm not doing this mask. Hope y'all like my costume. Happy Halloween, but it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. There's
Oh,
the Michael we
boy.
know.
Is that thing hot? I'm gonna take this little jacket off too, cause I'm dying here. How'd you like my laugh? You said that was pretty good.
That was good. Authentic.
Yeah, pretty good at
Get
weird
this
stuff
here.
like that. I'm a little weirdo, but while
We're
you're
all a little weird. If you don't admit it, you're lying to yourself.
exactly bingo. And then I'm excited to look at Ellis pick 6. Like I said, I can't wait to see her versus the coin. She's winning. I'll foreshadow that a little bit, but we'll see what she looks like this
We
week.
got the leaders. I was playing with Alt Key.
Ooh, so
Like
this
Joe Alt.
this is your fantasy leaders so far.
Defense, special teams.
Yeah. So again, this is a position Brian and I have talked about. We have to time skip this or stream this. You don't have to put a lot of stock into this, but you want to look into matchups each week. Again, I don't have the point totals in this, but these
They're
are
off to the right. It was just a little weird cropping it, but
absolutely. But these are your top 8 scoring fantasy defenses this year. There they are. No need to spend too much time. Seattle, New England, Indianapolis, Houston, Los Angeles, Detroit, Denver, Jacksonville. Again, this goes up and down. It really doesn't matter. You're going to get what you're going to get from your defense. You're hoping to get at least 8 to 10. You don't want to get negative.
there you go. Yeah, Seattle up there, 66. Patriots, 65. Colts, 62. Texans, Rams. It's not like your usual Eagles,
Right.
Broncos, like the ones that everyone would have thought at the beginning of the season. Like, yeah, they're just
And
Yeah,
if you
these
look
are
at those
waiver
point
dudes.
totals right there, we're 7 weeks in. That's just under 10 points a game. So,
Yeah,
like I said, these defenses aren't going to be averaging crazy. So, don't
10
put
points a game from a defense is pretty solid. That's
Yeah.
like almost a flex play
Oh
if
yeah,
you think about it.
if you got that, you should be happy. So again,
Kickers.
Here we go.
Ooh, Eddie Pinheiro up there, number 2. That guy wasn't even playing at the beginning of the season.
Didn't even play week 1. Look at that.
The Moody ordeal had to take place, and look at him, number 2 there. So
And this goes to show this is where you need to keep an eye on the kicker position. Again, these averages are right around the same. Aubrey's a little more than 10 points a game. Everybody else is right around 10 points
Dude.
a game.
check these numbers out. 17's up in here, 22, 18. We got some 20s. Like Your kicker's putting those numbers up, you're feeling really good.
Absolutely. And then if you
Can
see
make or break
one
a
on
week.
your waiver wire putting up numbers like that, and your kicker is not, switch this out. You don't need to have loyalty
no
to a
loyalty to
kicker.
the kicker. I went with this number 2 guy in the league. I'm very happy about it.
But yeah, again, so that's that. These are the quarterbacks. Some usual suspects. Mahomes, not necessarily the fantasy darling.
Look at Drake May's sophomore year up there. Daniel Jones, Bo Nix. He was showing some promise last year, and he's just continued to deliver. Is that a 40-point game last week? Holy moly!
Yeah. So again, these are typically not how the draft went. Daniel Jones wasn't even drafted. Drake May, Bo Nix, you could have got way later. Dak Prescott way later.
I always preach, don't reach for a quarterback, because this is going to happen every year. There's going to be dudes you don't suspect in the top, and you can use that on a position player.
And again, absent from this list, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Jaden Daniels. The consensus top 3 picks. You got to navigate
Lamar
through injuries.
Lamar just can't stay on the field. That's his problem.
So again, that's that. That's just for the season. That's their averages over there to the right.
Running backs averages.
Running backs.
CMC, he has been the dude this year.
Absolutely.
I don't know. No injuries yet. Knock on wood.
7.
We don't want the Reaper to get him.
I don't even know if this is real wood, Brian. What would you even call this?
It's like composite. We got Bajan up there. Jonathan Taylor. This man, he's been a dog. What do we got? Gibbs, Achane. I mean, most of these guys you'd suspect. Josh Jacobs.
Right.
Later in his career, he's still up there.
Like
Javonte Williams, that would have been the one.
Usual suspects.
Yeah, usual suspects.
That's what you want. So again,
tight ends.
Tight ends. Again, we don't put a lot of stock into this. However, the top 3 there.
If you got Brock Bowers, you're disappointed this year.
Absolutely.
That was consensus number 1 guy. I mean, he had a phenomenal rookie season, but let's be honest, the Raiders are just not good.
It's not good right now. Not going well. A couple rookies on this list in Tyler Warren and Harold Fannin. So it just goes to show, again, tight end, no need to put that much draft stock in this. Who was the top drafted tight end this year? Was it McBride? McBride and Bowers. So Bowers, you're dealing with the injury.
Yep.
McBride's on the list. So
might want to look for Michael Mayer. He's like another spooky guy.
Absolutely. That's a guy I would have rostered if I didn't have faith in my tight ends. Receivers. Here's our
Smith and Jigba looking at like a record-setting season over here.
The guy is phenomenal. Where was he drafted? Rounds maybe 5, 6?
He was, I don't know, maybe 4 if you're reaching. But Puka was looking solid, like one of the top wide receivers drafted this year until the injury, obviously.
Yep.
But he was on a record-setting season. So
absolutely. And then George Pickens right there. He was drafted in a lot of the mid rounds, up there in the number 5 spot, playing with a competent quarterback.
You got a rookie up there,
sitting there. Having him a nice season. And then, like you said, the rookie, Emeka Mbuka. If you'd have told me at the beginning of the year he was top 6 scorer, even though I'm a fan, I wouldn't believe it.
But Mike Evans and Godwin just,
yep.
Man, they're in stretchers out there.
Yep. So sometimes you just got to look for the right situation. Again, these are the top guys for this year. If you don't, or if you think your guy is a top guy and he's not on that list, maybe take a look at another list.
Yeah, so those are the top scorers.
And a lot of people don't look at those lists, Brian.
I love looking at that. So you look at scoring average when you're looking at your waiver, and that can project where they're going to go.
Absolutely. And then everything ain't like last year. So you could be sitting here believing, hey, this guy was good last year. He finished good. But, we're into week 8. If you haven't been looking at that, the numbers don't lie. Like I said in the beginning, you are what you are. If you're 2-5, you're 2-5. You're 5-2, you're 5-2. If you're a top 5 scorer, you're a top 5 scorer. If you're not, you're not. So, that's the leaders.
Yeah, we're going to
so far
look at the weekly rankings here.
Yeah, I'm excited about this week's rankings. Like I said, big week. You got a jockey for position here. As we'll take a look later in the Closing with Steve Dynasty League and see where everybody's at. And we'll check in on the redraft league, First and Ghoul. Like I said, we're halfway through the season.
Got to talk about First and Ghoul during spooky season.
We will take a look at standings, this week's matchups. Just like a typical fantasy league. You got to move right along in this scenario. Yeah. So,
anybody in the chat here? We got Ella.
Hi, baby.
Ella said, "Don't take the mask off. Sweat till you die."
Sorry, babe. I'm dying down here. We're good. The mask, it had its appearance. We're cool.
We're cool. All right. Let's see here. Just doing a little work in the background. Typical You don't have a producer for the show. We're low budget, if you haven't noticed, but we
It's
put
just
the
me and
money
bro.
into spooky season.
Just me and bro. We make our own graphics, control all our own stuff. And a lot of people don't realize that's the underrated side of this. You could get in a microphone
Yeah.
and talk sports all day. If you want to have a podcast and put on a show, it's way more than knowing sports and talking sports. I'll tell you that.
If you could just talk and do some technical things in the background, that's 80% of the way there.
Yeah.
So
But
we got Carrie in the chat. Thanks for joining.
hey, Carrie.
Hope you like the spooky vibes.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. All right.
Start 'em or sit 'em? No?
Start 'em, sit 'em. All right. Weekly rankings. We got our defenses here.
Defense. So in the green there, those are
Defense.
teams that are not owned in the Closing with Steve Dynasty League. Like I said, there's pretty strong owners in there, which just goes to show the defenses, it could go either way. There's some stuff, obviously, everybody's going to be on that Indianapolis one. Playing Tennessee, they're at home. Indianapolis looks good.
Yeah, I got the Colts in the league. Patriots, obviously, hot commodity. Chiefs on the rise since they beat the Lions that week. They've been pretty solid from a defensive standpoint. Eagles, I haven't really been putting the numbers up this year, but they're still sticking up there. I think just because of they're the Eagles and they've been good the last few years on
Yeah,
defense.
sheer talent. Sometimes talent will carry you.
Yep.
And then on this list, look at the bottom there, Cincinnati Bengals. They're not known for their defense.
Well, look at these matchups. I mean, you got
Exactly.
Falcons and Bengals up here. They're playing the Dolphins and the Jets. Arguably two of the worst teams in the NFL right now.
So when we talked about streaming defenses, Brian, that's what you would want to do. You would look for someone that's playing against the worst teams. So a lot of the popular thing right now is whoever's playing the Jets going ahead and start their defense. You're sure to get a turnover, maybe a touchdown or whatever. I kind of agree. The Bengals defense, it's getting it together. They're more of a bend and break a little instead of a bend don't break.
Did break a little. Hey,
yeah. They're
there's a
gonna
guy
give up
bend
like
broke a little right there.
yeah, speaking of broken toe. But again, these are the rankings. Defense, you want to stream, that's what I recommend. If you're holding on to someone. I've actually held the Eagles all year.
Yeah,
But
I'm in a position like that in another league.
yeah, but they're like 9-10, so I'm pretty confident. Like I said, if the difference is going to be 9 points and 8 points, I'll just stick with the team who's statistically better.
Yeah.
So
Kickers,
kickers again,
usual suspects here.
kind of streaming. The weather and the
What's
building
weather
make a
doing?
difference.
Yeah, check for the dome or stadium open air. It's gonna be a big deal on that.
And if it's rainy and windy, sometimes I may switch out my kicker.
This guy played already.
Just don't necessarily trust that. But again, that's the rankings for kickers.
Kickers.
Then
we got a little
yeah,
bit of a
this format's
format
going to
issue.
look a little different. But
Just
so
a moment.
quarterbacks, again, there's some usual suspects. Mahomes and Allen are right at the top. I got my list right here. Mahomes and Allen right at the top. And again, if you got those guys, you're not starting those guys. Hurts, Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield. Daniel Jones still at the top. If you were able to pick Daniel Jones up off your waiver wire after week 2 or week 3,
You're very happy.
you're pretty happy with
Yep.
him. You're going to roll with that. Dak Prescott having an excellent season. I'm not worried about the matchup at Denver.
What is Dallas? When do the wheels fall off? Because they do this every once in a while. They're just
It does
looking-
happen.
Is this the year they just stay consistent all year, just putting up the numbers, or what?
Because they're going to put up 30 or 40 a game, but they're going to give up 30 or 40.
One
every
piece
randomly.
falls out. Their QB. The whole
Yeah.
thing is. in
But
the
you know,
shitter.
Dak's having a solid year. You
Mhm.
can't really knock it. He's in MVP conversations. So again, and then I have another set of quarterbacks. Justin Herbert, obviously, they just played, looked really good the
Yeah,
other night.
he almost had 30 points.
Yeah, he looked really good. If you have him, you're happy with him. Caleb Williams, this is a name. I don't necessarily like the matchup today. They're on a little win streak too. So if I have him, I may be pumping the brakes a little bit just for today. Road game at Baltimore, like I said. And I'm a streaks end guy. I'm not a streaks continue guy. So you tell me the Bears have won 4 in a row, I'm immediately thinking they're about to lose.
I like to keep them alive. Keep the
and
streaks alive.
and that's where we're different. But again, and then Jackson Dart coming around.
Rookie,
a
him and
rookie on the list.
Scatabo. Man,
They got the Giants having some excitement out there in New York.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
little
Flacco.
concussion protocol violations going on over there. No surprise.
Right.
Man's running around like the juggernaut, and bam, bashing his head into things.
Yeah. And you just want a competent quarterback. Again, there's some injuries this week, so there's some capable guys available for you there. Running backs, here's usual suspects.
Yeah, I'd say so. Let's move it right along then. The second page of running backs.
Second page, this is where it gets a little dicey if you don't have any of those top guys.
Some of these were waivers. Scatabo, Judkins. They would
And
have been on your
speaking of those
waivers.
two rookies right there. Again, this
Yeah.
is the time where rookies, if they haven't caught on running back, they're about to start catching on now. Rookie running backs
Yeah.
take a good 5-6 weeks.
The running back waiver is like a ghost town this
Yeah.
time of year in this fantasy season specifically, because you already saw what was going to happen play out with injuries and who was going to rise and who was going to fall. So best of luck to you if you don't have a running back. It's spooky out there.
And that's why they're so valuable in the beginning of the draft. So you do want to have them.
Page
Again, this
3.
is the third tier of rankings.
This would have been the hot waiver ad in the last couple weeks. So
Absolutely. And then Jordan Mason had a dud the other night. Aaron Jones came back, so it was tough to gauge the share. And then they just didn't look good, Minnesota. They weren't really moving the ball. Carson Wentz had an injury there. But again, there's some
they're
capable
carving the
guys
tombstones out.
on this list. If you got to start any of these guys, I'm not mad at it. I'm not
No.
happy, but
Just keep an eye on them. I mean, Dowdle, there's a guy named Chuba Hubbard that might be coming back,
right,
carving away at that. So
right. So this
Checo and Hunt, they have a little. You don't know who's going to be the guy every week. So
and there's bye weeks. So again, you just got to plug and play with what you can. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like you said, the waiver wire's thin. Oh, how do you like my editing here? There was an ad in that middle space there.
oh geez,
I had to white out that ad there. But Woody Marks, that's a name I'm excited about. Obviously, he's highlighted there. I own him in the Closing with Steve League. I'd start him today. I actually have better options, so I'm not gonna. But if you don't have better options, I'm not afraid about starting Woody Marks. Again, rookies are hitting their stride right about now. Some of those guys are the backups.
dang, you're getting deep in here.
This is the
Holy
lowest
crap.
tier. Again, is bye week, Brian. You might have your top two guys on bye. I've seen a couple teams that got 6 or more people on a bye. So again, if you got to
got
plug
some
and play,
backups in here.
yeah, if you want to plug and play, take a look at one of these guys, click on their name, see how much usage they're getting. If you're in a PPR, see if they get targets out of the backfield, catches. I wouldn't be mad starting any of these guys. Monagai got a couple touchdown
Hey,
last week.
you think Halloween's scary? This page of running backs.
Yeah,
is
if you have to
scary.
start these guys, it's definitely creepy. So,
Over
but
to tight ends, you know,
capable.
very similar to the overall season rankings, but we got a riser here, Gadsden. If you caught on Thursday, he put up damn near 20 points, and this guy was on waivers 2 weeks ago. So if he's there, pick him up.
Second
Obviously,
week
you
in
got
a
to wait
row.
till the waivers clear
He's
on
looked good.
Wednesday.
And this is why you always got to pay attention, Brian. Pay attention to that waiver wire. Actually watch some ball. If you're not watching your team, still peek
Or
in on
just check
some
the
other
waivers,
stuff.
sort by most recent fantasy points, like last week, and there's going to be some outliers, like 20, 30-point dudes just chilling on waivers, and it
Yep.
might be that's a strong indication to pick them up.
And if you got this guy and he ends up having a good rest of the season, that could be the difference between winning a championship or not. You're not going to win a championship with the team you drafted. I
Absolutely
promise
not.
you that. You're going to have to make changes.
It's
This
like
is
1 in a million.
tier 2 of the tight ends. Again, any of these guys I'm comfortable starting. I'm not necessarily happy if I have this.
If you have a
list, but
bye and you got one of these guys, you'll be all right for a week.
tight end plug and play. Hope you get 8 points. Receivers, obviously
Receivers.
Jamar Chase. Last time we saw him, 16 catches, 20 targets.
Yeah, that is some unheard of output.
So again, clearly the league's
Production right there.
wide receiver one going against the Jets. They typically have a good defense. I don't know if Sauce
Yeah.
Gardner's playing today. I can't.
Lamb's on
remember
the
that, but-
rise. Kind of a slow start to the year, but he's been doing solid. Rashee Rice back from the suspension.
How about that?
He was a dog. I mean, if you started him last week, you're just like, man, let's roll with it. You're happy.
I'd plug and play him the rest of the year.
I-
I'm not upset about
He
that.
is a must start.
And then
Must start.
Ibuka, obviously there's injury problems there,
Yeah,
and
he's
Tampa
doing
Bay
alright.
still that's a passing
Man,
offense.
Olave coming in on the top 10 here.
Olave, how about that?
Huh?
So again, this is the top
Wow.
10 ranks for this.
Justin
week's-
Jefferson, though, let's talk about him. He's been kind of disappointing. He's obviously your first pick if you have him, and he's put up. I don't think he's hit 20 points yet this
And
year.
it's tough because the quarterback that he plays with, I mean, either of those quarterbacks, they're not like
They're
Pro Bowl
missing-
caliber quarterbacks.
They're missing Sam Darnold. The J.J. McCarthy injuries are really haunting.
And
Vikings.
Wentz, I'm not going to knock Wentz. I don't want to be piling on guys. He just didn't look great, but he had
Hey.
a week where he looked pretty good.
He set a record for most seasons starting with a different team consecutively.
Good for him. Journeyman QB didn't necessarily go well Thursday.
He's a roadie.
Again, the top rankings. This is tier 2 of the
Devontae
wide receiver
Smith
rankings.
on the rise.
Had an excellent week last
McConkey,
week.
man.
Devonta Smith.
Did you
McConkey found the
catch
end
him on
zone.
Thursday? He was looking good.
Any of these guys? These are some people.
Metcalf and Diggs, they would have been down the list. McMillan, if you took a chance on a rookie, you're happy with all of them. Waddle, that's been scary. He was doing really good, and last week was like, I think he got a touchdown. That's what saved him. But I don't know. I'm scared of anything Miami, but Waddle's like the only guy to throw to. I mean, even if you have CT, you'll hit him every once in a while. That was a
Okay.
bad joke. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, that was great. Pickens, again, another guy I like. Tier 3 of the receivers. Again, plug and play any of these guys. Robinson getting a lot
Addison
of
found the
targets.
end zone. That kind of saved him on a mostly desolate week for the Vikings. It was the only touchdown they had on Thursday was to Addison. So you feel okay about that.
I
I
like
don't know.
Dobbs. I kind of like that. I mean, he's just, to
That's
me,
scary. It's a dice roll to me.
I
It's
don't like it
hit
for
or miss.
target share. I just like him to find the end zone. I
Yeah.
just feel like
He's boom or bust.
he's like, so,
Touchdown dependent.
yeah, I feel like he could get 1 or 2 touchdowns today. Maybe
I'm
only,
gonna say no, but
we'll see. Maybe only 4 catches, though.
okay.
But again,
Ooh, another white space.
yeah,
The
yeah.
ghosts are messing with their
My
rankings.
edit was so good. I was like, why are they putting an ad in the middle of the rankings? Anyway, Quentin Johnson, a dud the other night. Khalil
Ooh.
Shakir, not a name I'm excited to start every week. I don't even know what his stats are, but if that's my wide receiver 1, I better be good somewhere else.
No,
Because
the season's over. That's your wide receiver 1.
Debo Samuel still getting a lot of work. We'll see how
Yeah,
that's the Monday night
if you
game.
took a chance on Debo, he's had some pretty good weeks. So.
You got him pretty late if you got him.
Yeah.
The next tier for the rankings, McLaurin finally getting a start this week. We'll see
Your
what he looks like.
typical waiver wire journeyman. Downs, Mooney,
And again,
Franklin has been available on most leagues.
when it's bye week, you got to sort through stuff like this. I
Mhm.
guarantee there's people out here having to start one of these guys as wide receiver too. Uh,
Yep.
I'm not happy about Judy or Mooney, but I'd pretty much start anybody else on this
If
list.
you had to, I mean, bye weeks are upon us. You gotta plug them in.
You got to do what you do for bye week, and then we'll finish out these rankings here real quick before we get to Ella. This is the lowest tier of the receivers.
Sterling Shepard, I would rank him much higher, honestly. There's no one else to throw to. There's Ibuka, but Shepard, he's gonna get those mid routes, and
Yeah, he could
he's
get a lot of
he
catches.
He got a lot of targets there on Monday. I was an eyewitness at that game.
Yeah, and I wouldn't expect him to find the end zone, but targets, I think that guy could easily
No,
get 6,
I'd put
7
him on
catches.
the 3rd or 4th page. I'd put Shepard way higher than this. And look, he's available in closing with Steve.
Absolutely. And
I
then
might have to
Kayshon
jump in and
Boutte,
get him.
this is another young receiver that is balling out with Drake May. Drake May
Yeah.
looks good. What are you going to do?
I'd put these guys much higher. Booty and Shepard.
Yeah.
They don't deserve to be this.
And
low on
Booty
the
had a
list.
great last 2 weeks. And then how fun is that name to say, Booty?
Booty.
Yeah. So
Those
give
are
me
going
the
to be.
Booty.
I'm going to say start him.
Start 'em.
Certified
Let's
start
start
'em.
those guys. And then Jalen Noel, that's a hot name. I didn't know much about this guy until last night. I did a little research. He's in a good position because Nico Collins isn't playing
Mhm.
this week. This is going to be taking a chance. I personally would, but again, being more experienced, I would just be taking a chance. If you have to depend on something, I would start someone a little more
Hey,
stable.
I'll be honest. I haven't heard about him till just right now.
Absolutely. And like I said, I had to look last night when I was looking, and we had to choose between him and someone else. I chose the other person, but I studied a little bit about Noel. That'll be a fun name for Christmas time too. But what do you say? You want to send Ella down, and then we'll get into Ella's pick 6. We'll take a look at how Ella did versus the coin, and then we'll jump into taking a
Ella
look at these
versus the
dynasty
coin.
leagues. We'll take a look at the dynasty league. We'll take a look at first and goal, just see where the standings are, what typical matchups look like this week, and
Yeah. Running tight on time. Let's
Yeah.
get it moving along here.
so we'll bring Ella down. If you want to pull up the graphic with Ella's record and the coin's record, Ella flip 6 and the coin flip
The
6.
flip 6 and the pick 6.
Ella's doing pretty solid. She obviously just throwing darts. I wouldn't say she watches football with me, but I would say she's like pays attention enough to what's going on. She wants to do better, but yeah, she's doing well for basically a coin flip is what she's doing. And the coin, you would think the coin would be 50-50. The coin is not 50-50. It's Ella is 13 and 11.
10 and 14. You don't get to 50-50 until you get massive amount of statistics. Really early on, it's gonna fluctuate. You got to up down, and eventually They'll level out.
Well, from 2 weeks ago, the coin went 1 in 5.
1 in 5.
So that's terrible. Maybe the coin will do better this week as we welcome Ella back to the set. Miss Ella, welcome. You want to get your headphones in and get to the microphone? Ella, you see you are beating the coin, and we got your first matchup right on the screen. Go ahead, get your stuff together. What's wrong? What? It does work. Everything works. It's fine. Put this on. This time we're good to go. Yeah, talk into
We're
the
ready to go
microphone.
with Ella here.
Yeah, I got everything together. Say hi to the people.
Hi.
Okay, babe. There's your first matchup right there. Who is it and who you got?
The Falcons and the Dolphins.
Ooh.
Nice.
Who we got?
The Falcons.
That's a good choice.
Easy choice for
Easy
Ella.
peasy.
Falcons #1. Who you got here?
The Bears and the Birds.
The Birds. Who we
Stupid
got?
Birds.
The
Those
Bears.
Roll
The
Bears.
Bears. Ben Johnson out here gonna
Let's
bite
go.
off some heads.
Okay, what you got next here, Ella?
The Buffaloes and the Panthers.
Ooh.
Who you got?
The Panthers.
Panthers.
Ooh, okay, upset in Carolina. I like it. What you got here, babe?
The Bengals and the Guys.
Close. The Browns.
It's
Cleveland
the right
Browns.
state.
Still
The
Ohio.
Browns and the guys.
But who you got? Browns or guys?
The Browns.
Let's go
Browns.
Browns.
Okay. Okay.
Here we go, Brownies.
Ooh.
The Pirates
Got a spooky one.
and the Pirate Hooks.
Pirates and the Pirate Hooks.
Huh. Well, who do you got?
The Pirates.
The
Okay,
Pirates.
let's go Buccaneers.
choice.
Over the Saints. What you think about this one?
The Stars and the Broncos.
Yeah, that was one of your favorite teams from last year. What you like here?
Stars and Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a good game. Looking forward to that one.
Okay.
There's our summary. So we got
Falcons.
Falcons,
Bears.
Bears.
Panthers. Browns.
Browns,
Bucks.
Bucks.
And Broncos.
Broncos.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Let's see what this pesky coin has.
Yeah, let me get this.
So as we get this
Coin
together,
going.
Ella, what you got going on today? Tell the people.
I'm doing a trunk or treat at my school. I'm doing a trunk or treat at my school.
And what's that? What's trunk or treat? You just go up to cars and collect candy?
Yeah.
Do people decorate their cars with these things?
Heck yeah.
They do. What
Obviously.
do people decorate their cars like?
Sometimes they dress it up as like it's like a blow up, and then you like stick your hand in, and then like it like has candy in the mouth.
Whoa.
Oh, that would be
When
pretty
they do it
Interactive.
with like
That's a win, right?
That'd be very cool. I can't wait to see that later.
Let's see what this coin's got going
Okay,
on.
let's check out the coin. We're gonna go matchup 1.
Yeah, to do a little bit
You're good. I
Playing
got
around here.
pen and paper. We'll sit here and mark this down.
pen and paper. All right. First matchup. Who do we got?
We're going Dolphins at the Falcons.
Dolphins at Falcons. Heads Dolphins. Falcons tails. Home team tails. Heads Dolphins.
Okay, they
All right.
got Miami. Okay, what you got next?
Who we
I got Bears against the Ravens. What's this pesky coin got? Dun, dun, dun. They have the Bears. Okay, then we got the Buffaloes at the Panthers. What you got, pesky coin? Dun, dun, dun. Heads.
Buffalo. We're good. Head streak going.
What's going on with the coin? Okay, then we got the Browns at the Patriots. Tails. I was about to say,
Patriots. Okay.
this is going to
okay.
be weird if this thing is just heads the whole time.
I know, I
Okay,
play the
then we're going to
lottery.
go with the Buccaneers over the Saints.
Bucks and Saints.
Or the Pirate Hooks.
The
Hey,
Pirate
be
Hooks.
still. Be still. Tails. We're going to go with the Saints. Okay. Then what we got next is the Cowboys and the Broncos. And we're going to finish that out with the Cowboys. Okay.
It's a lot of heads on the coin.
So we'll take a look at that. We'll revisit, see how Ella is doing versus the coin.
Yeah, we'll catch in on that next week.
What you got there, Ella? Your Freddy Krueger hand?
Freddy Krueger.
Dun,
We'll
dun,
do
dun,
Freddy
dun,
versus
dun.
Freddy.
Okay, babe, you are all set with your pick six. You're welcome to do as you like. Dun, dun, dun.
It's a stalemate.
That spooky season continues.
We'll catch you next week, Ella. Thanks for joining us.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween from Ella.
Thank you,
Round
Ella.
of applause.
Okay. Something happened. My computer's updating, so we
No.
won't be looking at that.
Those pesky computers.
What do you want to do, Brian? You want to check in on these Dynasty League?
Yeah, we'll
check in
take
on
a
that
peek and
first
round it off,
goal, and
see
then
what's going on.
finish up for today. So in the Closing with Steve Dynasty League, again, it's a make or break week here. There's still a lot of teams in it. I would say there's obviously a tanking team that we talked about before. He has no shot. There's two teams that
No shot.
they're gonna have to get a win this week, or
Dude,
it's
the
gonna
trade. There's been so many trades.
be much difficult. There was a lot of trades finagling. Like I said, the tanking team definitely made some trades to put himself in better position. As we look at the
Standings here.
standings here, again, and this league does a total points prize, so the points there on the right. Again, make or break. The 2-5 team there definitely needs a win this week.
Spooky team for the spooky week. No coincidence there.
Still got a shot. And again, the cream of the crop, obviously,
The cream of the crop.
the
rise
two
to
teams
the
that
top.
have been to the finals the last 2 years,
Little
these guys
Macho
look
Man
good
there.
again this year. And like I said, this is what a lot of leagues look like. Again, these are professional guys right here. Been doing this a long time. No one's
Ooh.
undefeated. And the winless
Professional
team
fantasy footballers. I like that.
and the winless team is trying to be winless, so I wouldn't look at that and be like, "Oh my god, this dude sucks." No, he's actually
Making some moves. There's
running a very well tank.
a clinic. Putting a clinic out in the
Absolutely.
trade world.
And then I got the matchups for this week set up. So again, I myself, the Illyria team, I'm going against that tanking team. So hopefully I can sneak out a win. These are with points from the Thursday game. So they got my Quentin Johnston points registered. He got 0. I'm glad they got that up there.
Oh, woo. Yeah. 28 over there from Justin Herbert.
So again, there's some jockey in here.
19. That's Marion. No. What's the guy's name? The tight end on the Chargers? Gadsden? Gadsden.
So
Yeah.
then the Detroit team there, like I said, 2-5. That's a must-win matchup for them if they want to make the playoffs. Again, the Washington team looks good. They score a lot of points. Scranton, that team's going to have to win this week to stay in position. The 3 and 4 teams, they could handle a loss and
Yeah.
still be okay.
It's
But
still really anybody's aside from the Wildfire.
and this is make or break. So now we go over to the first and goal.
First and goal. Check the spooky names out. for spooky
Similar
season.
standings. No one's undefeated. There is a winless team, and I don't think he's tanking. So that's a little.
Just some unfortunate weeks there. They've been really close.
And sometimes it's not a measure of your team being good or bad. Sometimes you just go against people that are having their best week.
Yeah, I mean, there's more than half the league is averaging in the 700 points for the season right there. And then, we got a few teams in the 800s and a couple 900-point teams. So those are going to be your juggernauts that you want to kind of take down. The rest of the teams have some work to do.
and again, if you're 2-5, you still got a shot. You're only 2 games out of the 6th seed. So there's still
Dang,
7
we got a
weeks left.
name change on one of the teams there. Shout out to Amaro. He was the Joe Buck yourself, and now it's the J-Mo, but it's a 0 instead of an
Yeah.
O. Yeah, that one hurt.
It's
That hurt
exciting.
last week.
I actually saw that owner this week too. He's real excited. Make or break week, like I said, you gotta perform. And here's the matchups for this week. Again, both leagues I'm in. I'm going against an 0-7 team.
Yeah.
I swear I'm losing one of them. There's no way that the karma's just going to be in my favor. But we'll see. And then again,
Don't jinx
some of these
yourself.
other teams, they're in a jockeying position. You're 3 and 4. You need a win. That 2 and 5 team, they need a win.
Yeah, we got some tight ones there.
I said you want to make sure you're not selling yourself short. Put your best lineup that you can. Obviously, we're dealing with
Yeah.
injuries. We're dealing with bye weeks. But
Some of us are playing for pride at this point, but that's okay.
and even if you are playing for pride, like literally play for pride. Be proud of that. Let me
Yeah.
put my best foot forward and finish this thing on out. It's only 14 weeks of fantasy football, and then it's over. And then you spend the rest of the 52 weeks a year minus 14. You just wish you were playing fantasy football,
It's
but
38 weeks.
yeah. So you don't want to just get locked in and then just give up after week 7 or 8. Even if I'm 0-7, I'm still fighting. I'm trying to knock somebody out the playoffs or something. So again, and then this is the other half of the matchups right here. Let's see. Like I said, guys gotta jockey for position. Most of
Dude,
these teams are.
It's like is it the Wilt Chamberlain holding the 100 sign, but it's J-Mo's head with the 0 on the sign? Oh my gosh. Someone is salty. I like it.
That's classic. Again, he's a funny owner, and who doesn't love? There's typically in the redraft leagues, those are leagues where people have really funny names,
Yeah.
change their names all the
Change
time.
it based on your matchup, just dogging your opponent.
Yeah, those are fun times. Closing with Steve League, we're geographically located, so we're
stuck with our names.
yeah.
For the most part.
We don't want to change those. But again, so this is how most fantasy looks, Brian. I mean, there may be some 6-1 teams. Nobody's undefeated.
Yeah, just keep putting your best foot forward and having fun with it. I mean, even if your team's booty, like you might just get some pride and sticking the L to somebody that doesn't have many.
And it's still fun. I don't
It's still
care. Like I
fun.
said, if I'm 0-7 and I have a good week, I score 170 points and I beat somebody, I'm still going to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to worry about the other weeks. Those weeks are already behind me. You won, you lost, you lost.
Yeah, I mean, it still gets you interactive with the games. That's what it's all about. But I think that's all we got this week.
That's
but
all
it's
we got.
spooky season. I hope you enjoyed the set.
The set was good.
Well, head pat for good luck.
And then we didn't do bets this week. There's a lot going on in the betting world.
The betting world.
It's best to just calm down. Again, we promote. It's fun to have some bets sometime, but guess what? Gambling can be addicting. It could be a really big problem, and there can be drama between people sharing and getting picks. Sometimes it's best to take a chill pill, just sit back and watch the games and enjoy them.
Yeah, do it
instead
for
of
fun, not
worrying
for...
about your money. However, National Tight End Day.
Is that today?
That's today. So people
Remember
are going to
last
be.
year, tight ends were just galore.
They were scoring like crazy. And then again, for me, I'm a streaks end guy. So thinking how last year went and there was like 14 tight ends that scored or whatever, I kind of got a bad feeling about this.
I'm with you because people are gonna be like, "Oh, last year
everybody's
going to
be betting a tight end."
Yeah, so
So,
the public
tread lightly. Tread very lightly your bet. And all the tight ends odds dropped. When I was looking at odds for betting on them to score, they have running back odds to score. These guys are like 140, 110, 120. That's just unheard of for a tight end. So FanDuel's obviously trying to lower the odds down in case this does happen. I mean, there's going to be some tight end scoring, but I'm not going to sit here and make a list with some of the top guys. I'm very weary today, like I said. So
I don't know. There are some gambling conspiracies out there in the sports world. If you're a Detroiter, you're probably well aware of that. So, yeah, who's to say nothing? There's some string pulling. Bob's coming out here. Hey.
And then with that NBA news with stuff being rigged, who knows? This could be bigger for the rest of the sports
what I was
world.
alluding to.
maybe it's rigged for football tight end day. Maybe there's certain guys that are going to score. Maybe there's some that ain't. But again, I'm taking a chill pill today. A lot of people that bet, they don't know how to do that. I'm going to relax, sit back and enjoy the games and spooky season.
Spooky season. I think that's a good way to end it. We'll catch you at the trunk or treats. Be spooky out there. We'll see you later.
Happy Halloween, America.
Happy
Thanks
Halloween.
for tuning in.